Hey, what's up? It's Phoenix, and as you may know, I recently came out with two poetry books, which was my book, The Street Poetic, as well as my book, Rap. I'd like to introduce Rap, so sit back and relax. And here is my introduction. Rap is a book that I conceived about a year or two ago when I was thinking about the more radical aspects of my poetry dealing with rhythm and rhyme and experimentation of language, and I was really wondering what I could do, and I turned to the genre of rap as a kind of springboard because I realized that a lot of what I write tends to be very rhythmical and kind of has a rap feel. But I wanted to work within those confines and be able to come up with something new. So I ended up coming up with my book, Rap. Rap is an interesting book. I have already, in fact, turned a couple of the lyrics or a couple of the poems into basically literally lyrics for rap. I have one specifically that I've been working on, which is the first poem called Language Beat Pain. And with that one, I basically made a rap with GarageBand, and it's really cool and really fun. And that's because many of these poems have a very specific beat, and the rhythm lends itself to musical qualities and musical exploration, which is what I wanted when I was writing these poems. But rap isn't just musical. I also wanted to think about rap as an art form, as poetry, and as literature itself. And that's what really inspired me to keep going with it. So the way that I would describe rap is often the poems are very rhythmical, but there are also moments where I'm also very offbeat or experimenting with language in a different way. But I still wanted to have the process streamlined at least a little bit, just so that way it was more familiar. But there are definitely moments of deviation and experimentation, and that was what I wanted. In fact, one of the things that I'm most proud of about it is the kind of offbeat aspects of it. So I have my poem in a Bottle, and I would describe that one as being offbeat in a variety of ways, which I think makes it really, really fun. And that poem was also describing a certain narrative that I had in mind. But as you can see, here's kind of an example of the offbeat nature. I separate myself serrate, a dark word hurt the firebird. Tomorrow I saw the sparrow, pain and throttle a poem in the bottle. And so while I know a lot of rap that would incorporate some of that more offbeat rhythms, this was still something that I was incorporating into my poems because I wanted something different. I wanted something that captured my sense of dissonance and cacophony and jaggedness, jagged storytelling and jagged rhythms. And that was really what inspired me with this collection. So it was a fun collection. I really enjoyed it. I also wanted to, during this poetry collection as I was writing it, I wanted to place emphasis on the word rap itself. And so as you can see if you have the book, there are moments where I have just a blank page, but then I have the word rap. This is kind of an example, if you can see that. And you can see that rap is covering the page. And I like that because I like the word rap itself and kind of what it was implying for getting me to be really creative and imaginative with the poetry that I was writing. I'm going to read the back of the book just so you have an idea of kind of the description of what I had in mind for these poems. Rap. Tip tap, no clap, trap, make it count, snap, rap. Rap will make you alive. It'll let you live. Live for real and survive. Become who you are in depth and complex. Make your poetry count, make your poetry loud. Make your poetry real, alive, the sounds. It's you, you rock. And so, as you can tell, there's definitely a very upbeat kind of rhythmic quality to this specific section or snippet that I think was actually a very good metaphor for describing a lot of the poems that I was doing. I'm very proud of this book, and I think that it lends itself to musical exploration and creativity, which, as I've said, I've already done. But I think it also works very well as just poetry, though I also do think that many of the poems sound good with performance as well. So that's what I like about this collection, is that it's very versatile. There's a lot going on. There's a lot that I'm experimenting with. I mean, this is a much later book in my process, as I've said, because I wrote it a couple years ago, about a year or two ago. And so it definitely lends itself to the creative process. I hope that you'll check out this book, and I hope that you'll give it a shot because I think there's a lot there. You can find this book and my other books on my author page at amazon.com/author/Phoenix_rises. I hope that you'll check out this book. And yeah, stay tuned. There will be much more to come on my channel. This is Phoenix, and thank you.